an electrical engineer by education. Right now, though, I am multidisciplinary. I am an engineer of the interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary type. So my field of work is applied development studies. The applied component refers to contextualizing development studies in a real-world problem. The problems of my interest are to do with underserved communities and strengthening underserved communities through the use of technology. Building people, communities, and nations through the use of science and technology, but still very, very much interdisciplinary, interacting with all of the disciplines. So, my professional journey, I did my bachelor's in electrical engineering at MIT. My area of focus was optics. I did a master's at the Institute of Optics, University of Rochester, in optics, of course, and then my PhD in electrical engineering at University College London, and my area of study was again optics. Optics is very beautiful. It's just, it's very beautiful. It's beautiful mathematically. It's beautiful physically. What is optics? Optics is the study of light. I got involved in optics. I love physics. My father was an engineer, and as a little child, there was something about what he did and what he spoke, and I don't know, that got me very interested in physics, actually. It's just a beautiful subject of how you can model the world mathematically. And then you can take those models of the world mathematically and you can apply them to build systems that solve problems in the world. I was leading the communication systems group in the department, and I went out into the telecommunications sector in the Caribbean, and I asked the CEOs of the companies what do they want out of a master's degree in telecommunications. And they said policy and regulation. And I said, no, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about telecommunications. And they said, we're good in the technical part, what we need is policy and regulation. So my first reaction was, well, I can't help with that, I'm an engineer. But the call was so resonant that I conceded, and I said, okay, if that is what you want and you don't want anything else, I'm going to have to find a way to solve this issue, solve this problem. So I expanded from telecommunications, from optics to telecommunications, to policy and regulation. Eventually, the Ministry of Science, Technology and Tertiary Education contacted me and asked if I could help with using information and communications technology to train fisherfolk. And we started to develop suites of mobile applications for fisherfolk. So like the Masters in Telecoms Regulation and Policy, which was delivered online at a time when online learning was not a thing, we developed mobile applications for fisherfolk at a time when mobile applications were not a thing. This was before 2010. So that was the sort of the center of the professional journey, right? But that is just the center. The professional journey is much wider than it is long. So everything spawned other things. All along the way, I've been a teacher. That is what I am. I am a teacher. So I teach communications at the University of West Indies in electrical and computer engineering. I lead the communication systems group. But I'm also the deputy chairman of the Telecoms Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. So in addition to the technology track, which is teaching and research, there is the policy and regulation track, which I'm very, very, very active in. through my involvement in the authority, which I love dearly. There is one challenge that I've had in my career that I can think of. Though every day there are hard things that come upon us, I don't look at any of them as challenges. I just think this is the nature of the job. The challenge, I would say, for me personally, has been in leading. Again, because we are in a small economy, small country, you find yourself having to lead. I lead very, very many teams, different types of teams. You know, you find yourself in it. It's very difficult to get around it. And that's my worst challenge. If I was speaking to my 15-year-old self, the first thing I think I would say is learn as you go. Learn as you go, because your journey will be different from mine. Even if it is me that I am talking to, your journey will be different from mine. And you need to let yourself learn as you go and follow the learning. I would also say that it's important to listen. Listen to the messages of those who love you and those whom you respect. Learning. So you ask me what is exciting about my work, I say everything. I say collaboration, because I collaborate from small-scale fishers. I learn from them, I collaborate with them, right? Many of them don't have basic education. I listen and I learn from them. They listen to me, they learn from me. My students, I learn from them, they learn from me. You know, the ministers of government, I learn from them every now and then. They learn from me. And everything, you know, vertically and laterally, it's all about connecting, collaborating, interconnecting, you know. So I love the fact of using science through connections with everything else that impact well-being, especially well-being for those who are underserved. I would say search for your place in the world. Search for your place in the world. And ask yourself, in this place, how can I contribute? That's it. I would say, search for your place in the world. It could be that you're an artist. I have the utmost respect and admiration for artists. It could be that you're an artist, right? Find your way of contributing. And if we all do this in our own way, not prescribed by others, but if we all do this in our own way, we can have profound effect. If you're talking in the realm of science, and you are an artist, work with scientists. There's so much work for art in collaboration with science.